Is August 21st, 2016. Yes, 16 is rolling off of my tongue. 15 is way in the rearview mirror. Time after time, I see reflections of you and me. Reflections of the way life used to be. Okay, so let's get started. I got limited time. Everybody's got limited time. Time won't give me time, but time makes lovers feel that they got something real. When you and me, we know we got nothing but time. Time won't give you time. All right. I was just looking at some businesses that are failing. One of those businesses is failing because of technological advances. Comcast is going the way of um, Blockbuster Videos, Photomat. Remember, Photomats used to be everywhere. You had to go everywhere. You had to go all over the place to get your photos developed. Now you can do it on your computer better than Photomat could have ever done it, and definitely faster. Comcast can no longer no one no people no longer want to pay thousands of dollars for hundreds of channels of which they're only going to watch one. I've never seen the Game of Thrones, but the Game of Thrones only comes on one channel, and that's what a lot of very many people are looking at. And another reason why they're failing is because of bad customer service. You got these businesses that are failing, like the Olive Garden, like Comcast, like McDonald's. You know, one of these things that they will never say. Okay, I'm gonna say something else. One of the major malls in the area had to institute a curfew for young children between under 17 years old. You have to be accompanied by an adult. Read between the lines. Comcast is failing because of technological advancements and bad customer service. Who's running customer service in this country? Who's 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 doing it? Who's doing it? This is what I encounter all the time. This is why I don't go. People don't say, they're not going to say, I'm not going to restaurants because there are a bunch of rude ass black waitresses and a bunch of rude ass low intellect black customers that are like making dining not fun. They won't say that.
You know, he's kind of sweaty.
Oh, that's the worst.
It's when I go to hug him, it's like, I don't want to be drenched in sweat.
I mean,
Loss. I need 2 tickets to Zumanity at New York, New York. You gotta go to the website, LasVegas.com. That's not me.
Next. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. ID, please. Mr. LasVegas.com.
Hold
You
on, wait,
got some nerve showing up here.
I'm sorry.
Look at those claws. Talons. Look at those talons. What's a talon? a claw, especially one belonging to a bird of prey. How appropriate. The part of a bolt against which a key presses to slide into a lock. I think talons. Those fucking talons on their hands. They're ruining businesses. They're ruining everything.
MrLasVegas.com. You got some nerve showing up here.
I'm sorry.
Where were you last week? You know, I was in Vegas for 2 days, and didn't nobody tell me about seeing Shania Twain? I could have got a snakeskin pedicure. You know what? You got anything you want to say to me?
Go to LasVegas.com.
They have destroyed millionaires, businesses, while they have funneled the money into legal vices like makeup, hair, nails, pedicures, and bad looking clothes.
Before you go to Vegas?
You know what? If you are going to waste my time, then get out of my line. Rosaline, hold me back, because I'm going over this counter.
But if you have 2 tickets to Jersey, boys.
Rosaline!
He won the best music.
Don't miss out on anything, Vegas.
You think they're kidding? Did you see her violently hit this lady right here? That's okay. Attack this man? That's okay.
Then get out of my line. Rosaline, hold me back, because I'm going over this counter.
But if you have 2 tickets to Jersey, boys.
Rosaline!
He won the best music.
Don't miss out on anything, Vegas. To book hotels, flights, shows, and more, there's only one Las Vegas.
Dun, 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 dun. It never ends. This is the song that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. When you look around and you see black women doing this, people done told me to start a new channel to do just this. I think I'm gonna have to, because this is gonna fuck up my flow. But I want you to understand what this world is coming to. Public Enemy said it. Black women have gotten way out of line. As you see, another fat, dark-skinned bitch with the motherfucking Bobby Christina in the teeth. Like she could just like Moses.
Why do you think they have those teeth? Because these mugs, let's call them Mondays, because everybody hates Mondays. These Mondays suck their thumbs well past adulthood. Well past adolescence. Yeah, you won't know it. You won't know it till they get home, take off their eyelashes, their lipstick, their eyebrows, their all that shit. And then they pull out the crazy in their thumbs and start sucking their thumb and holding on to their favorite ass, dirty ass blanket. All right, let's go ahead and get on what this is about.
My experience with black men has been, I'm exotic, I'm beautiful, they're fascinated by me. Behind closed doors. But when it came to dating, coming to the front door, taking me out in public, doesn't happen.
All my lighter friends always had those boyfriends. They always were seen together, but if somebody wanted to date me, it was, I'll meet you after school. It was more of a hidden thing. Nobody ever wanted to just be with you. You know what? I asked God when I was in I was like 11th grade. I asked God, because I consider myself back in the days, I didn't have no good feeling about my looks and stuff like that. I thought I would have never, ever found a husband that really appreciate me without abusing me. I thought it was too dark for, anybody. Because most of this back in the day, the light-skinned girl had all the junk.
Have you ever experienced being in a relationship, a so-called relationship with a guy, and he never not wanting to take you out in public? He never not wanting to take you to the movies, to the park, to the mall, to be around his friends, his family, so on.
Oh, take your damn self, which is what a lot of them do these days. These mugs have given tits, ass, lips, sex, relationships a bad name. This is why I call myself a MGTOW, because I've gone my own way and I've left them behind. I told my sister, who's one of them, I love you. There's always a place for you wherever I am. But we will have no dealings with money. Your money problems have nothing to do with our relationship. You can hug me, you can kiss me, and you can give me your ass to kiss when everything's going well for you. But then all of a sudden you pull out the brother sister card when you need money. Anyway.
So forth. He just doesn't want to take you out in public. Okay, I've experienced that. I think that this is something that I experienced because of being dark skinned. A lot of these light skinned women, you're hypocrites. You're fucking hypocrites. Since the dawn of chattel slavery, when you had white people having sex with black women, dark skinned black women, this whole thing of that's where the light skin privilege began.
You mean Akeem's the prince?
Yeah, and he's in love with Lisa.
How come she always gets the good one? How come she always gets the good one?
She's just so dark.
She has her father's beautiful chocolate African skin. It's a long story. People treated me like I was a disease or something. Sorry, Blackie. I calls her Blackie, and she needs to know that Bobby is my man. So what, you just gonna let her talk to you like that?
I'm lighter skin already. Did you know? Everybody's doing a job, really. I mean, light skin is presentable.
You're so young. Where is your self-esteem?
How is she even qualified? She's light skinned and she has a big booty. Those are her qualifications.
That's so interesting you bring that light skin thing up, because following this episode, our conversation is a documentary that we're airing called Dark Girls that you're a part of. So is that still a major part of the way people think in this town?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. In this town and in our community.
Absolutely. And you were sharing with me that there were times where even your own people who were on your side would say, no, you can't go for that role because that's for the cute black girl. And Tika Sumter. Tika, where are you? Did you have any of these issues coming up?
Honestly, it breaks my heart to hear all these stories, but I didn't. Actually, my mother tells me the story all the time about when I was born. My father is dark skinned. And when I came out, he was like...
Did you hear what she said? She said father. Father. Heavenly Father. Earthly Father. I had a father. She apparently had a father because she's talking about him. But in this feminist matriarchal society that we live in, that's a no-no.
Really, someone who looks like me. And it was an exciting thing. I never felt like, wow, the light-skinned girl, she's going to get all the boys. Growing up, I was like, yeah, of course I'm cute. Of course I'm going to be the first black cheerleader in my high school. Of course I'm going to be the president of my class 3 years in a row. Like, that's just what I thought it was. I was never made to feel less than. And it starts at home. It really does.
I want to turn to your look right now, because I feel like you are a beauty brand right now. I'm reading about you, and everyone's praising your look, and I thought about Lupita Nyong'o, who's the actress right now who is this it girl in fashion, and I love that you're representing, both of you representing for dark-skinned girls.
Right.
Can you talk about what that's like, and the colorism issues in Hollywood? Has that been an issue for you at all? Because you're so beautiful, and you kind of transcend, the glass ceiling for dark-skinned girls, I think.
I think, I don't know if it's who's portraying, if dark-skinned girls are supposed to have this, dim look on life, but I'm just like, what is that? I've never had that, and I'm not going to start having it. I feel like I've never dealt with the colorism thing, really. I just walk in wherever I'm going as a confident woman. And I know that I don't have to say I'm a black actress. I know I'm black. I came out that way. So I've been black my whole life. So I'm just an actress. I don't go in with this, I'm a black actress and, this is who I am. I go in as a woman and a person with talent and beauty, and you either accept it or you don't. And it's okay. Everybody there's options. There's a buffet of people, So, but I'm glad that we're representing for people who feel underrepresented, and every shade is beautiful, I feel like, and but it's just nice to see little girls who are just like, oh my God, you're so pretty, and I feel pretty, because media is huge.
No, it is.
It's huge. So what you see on TV, if you're not there, you're like, well, Do I not matter? Do they not value me? And, you know, I always try to make sure women and young girls know that they are valued whether they're there or not, but it's nice for them to see me to say, oh my God, yes, I can relate. Okay, she has the right foundation on, and what foundation is that? And she has her legs looks, you know what I mean? So it's just nice that people can relate, you know. But I would just say all women to walk in confidence in who they are, and that beauty really is in the eye of the beholder. And if you know you don't see.
In the age of 1980, baby, there ain't nothing to conceive. I don't have to make a plea, hey you come to me. In the age, the fifth age, look that shit up. I don't have time. In the age of 1980, baby, I made my own movies. I star my own self. I'm not cast. not waiting around. This is me. That's me. Uncle Robbie. I know I never been to college, but these people be laughing at you in your original outfit that you be wearing and you be designing. And I know I didn't graduate from college, but I have 3 babies, and I get paid well from the system, Uncle Robbie. And the system is fucking us over. They be killing my baby daddies. They be killing they be because somebody points a gun at you, Uncle Robbie. That doesn't mean you shouldn't shoot them. This is the kind of shit that I deal with. Yeah, I got a sweet niece that looks just like me, except for the hair weave. Make your own damn movies. Be in your own damn movies. The technology is fucking available. You could like buy less hair and buy less fucking Michael Kors bags. You can make your own videos like me.
Beauty in one place.
Don't believe me? Check it for yourself.
Where else to look? Oh, so this happened like last weekend. I was going downstairs to the restaurant to pick up a takeout order that I had ordered.
This is the reason why, personally, I don't date many women of many races, but there's one in particular because I remember there was a girl like her that I loved. I don't know if she had fake breast implants, but she was beautiful. But as an older person, I've discovered that beautiful is like a snake. Beautiful like a snake. Yeah, you can look at it, but don't fucking pick it up and put it in your bosom. Because when it bites you, this is the reason why I wanted to wait to get. This is the video that I made yesterday. 2016, August something. It's near the dark skin series, is basically what I'm calling it. The tragic dark skinned woman who was so deep in the pigsty. All your pearls that you could give to her, she'll find a reason for it to be some type of like affront. You can say no thing to them without them being offended. Even you look good as a dark skinned woman. How about that?
And so there was this guy. He plays for the Miami Heat. I'm not going to say his name because I feel that's taking it to a lower level. But I don't know if he was planning on going to the restaurant or he was going out to his car or whatever. But so I was sitting at the bar waiting for the bartender to bring back my food or whatever. And so he came in. He sat next to me. He was talking. He was like, "Oh, are you new? I never seen you around. How you doing?" Well, we were talking, and I thought he was a really like down to earth guy for a minute. And so he came out of his mouth and said, quote unquote, "Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You cool though. You know what I'm saying? You cool, but you know what I'm saying to you is though, like for real, shawty though, like for real. You cute for a dark skinned girl though." Ouch. I hurt my hand. But that's how pissed I was. I was like, oh my God, we're bringing it back to the dark skin days. Like me, I have never accepted half-ass compliments. I would have accepted his compliment if he said, you are cute. Or something of that nature. But since you have to throw in for a dark skinned girl, that just threw it all off. Like, that made me not want to talk to him anymore. What are you thinking? I mean, to me, that is not a compliment. I don't know about other ladies, but to me, that's not a compliment. Why can't I just be cute?
Why can't I just be cute? It's a vortex. It's a fucking vortex. Oh, goodness gracious. Welcome to my, like, what is going on here? We're having a brain fart. Oh, let's go with this one. I just try to bring a little bit of myself into my videos. This is me. In one of my designs, I've just want to say I've learned not to waste my time on black women because they're crazy. I've instead learned to make content, edit content to perfect my art. This is Robin. This is the Robin design. I don't wear that in the summertime. I haven't worn it in a long time. I have to make a couple of more. I think that's what I'm going to do with the black t-shirt that I have in my possession. Now, you can see in this video the tragic dark-skinned black girl. She's teaching him while I'm standing there, but she's not helping me. It's fine. I just learned, stay away from them. Don't push yourself on them. I just went and got the information from him, this guy, who she's helping, but I'm standing on the sidelines. It's fine. I'm not mad. I'm just trying to say, don't deal with them.
Why do I have to be cute for dark skinned girls? What are you trying to say? Dark skinned girls aren't cute? And I've heard this all of my life. And it's always,
you're cute. Because generally people think that dark-skinned girls don't look good, but you look good. And then, of course, she's going to turn it into some type of bludgeon.
brought back to my skin complexion. Everybody's like, you cute for a dark skin girl. You cute to be a dark skin girl. Look at that dark skin girl. She kind of cute. Why can't I just be cute? I mean, why must society make everything boil down to skin color?
Fine for you.
Okay. If I hear someone say
You're pretty for a dark skinned chick. One more time. I mean, it doesn't not just from guys or whatever. It comes from like older people, just people. Period. It seems as like society has deemed all dark skinned people, not dark skinned people, but dark skinned females, as not attractive, and odds are 9.9 out of 10 ugly. I don't know, but apparently I'm one of the lucky ones who didn't come out hideous because that was, supposed to be what was supposed to happen. I was supposed to come out ugly because I'm dark skinned. Why can't I just be pretty? Why can't you just give me a full compliment? It's like a compliment and an insult. You're pretty, but the rest of you are hideous. You come from a hideous race or category or look. It's so stupid to me. I don't understand.
Okay, this has just been on my mind lately. I get a lot of people that always, especially guys, come up to me and tell me, "Oh man, you are so pretty for a dark skinned girl," or "Man, you got some beautiful features for a dark skinned girl," or "Man, you look just like a light skinned girl, but you dark skinned." It's like, what the fuck? What this fuck does that mean? That all.
You know what it means? It means that you can do no thing. There is no thing. No. You stupid asses. Not any. There is no anything. There is no, not any. No. Not any. There is no. Used to indicate that something is quite the opposite of what is being specified. It has no easy task. No, there's nothing you can do. There's no thing. There is no object that one need not, cannot, or does not wish to give a specific name. Thing. There's no thing. You can do no thing. You can do nothing. Let's go look at that one. Nothing. Not anything, no single thing. I said nothing. There's nothing you can do. They found nothing wrong. Something of no importance or concern. What are you laughing at? Oh, what? No, nothing, sir. There are nothing to him. Blah, 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 blah. Nothing. 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 There's nothing you can say or do to a fucking witch. Nothing. Nothing. They fucking hate everything. Yeah. It's happy hour. This is the black woman. This is what you're dealing with. Get used to that shit. If you want to deal with them, I don't deal with them.
The black woman is the Antichrist that God was talking about. The black woman is the Antichrist that God was talking about. The black woman is the Antichrist that God was talking about. An Antichrist is a person who dislikes God's image. An Antichrist is a person that wants to destroy God's image and his likeness. We have to look at actions in the mindset of the black woman. Because nobody hates a black man more than a black woman. The black woman dislikes the black man more than any white racist in the world, on the planet. How many black women have you heard dislike dark-skinned men? How many black women have you heard say that they dislike dark-skinned men? Christ was a dark-skinned Negro. Christ was a dark-skinned Negro. They also add the nappy woolly hair. Christ was a dark-skinned man with nappy woolly hair.
Run to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem, and see now and know, and seek in the broad places of it, if you can find a man, if there are any who do judgment, who seek the truth, and I will pardon it. And though they say the Lord lives, surely they swear falsely. O Lord, are not thy eyes upon the truth? Thou hast stricken them, but they have not grieved.
So that all dark skinned girls is destined to look like a monkey or some shit.
How do I even start this BS of a subject? What is the subject that I speak of? You're pretty for a dark-skinned girl. I can't tell you how much I hate hearing that. And the crazy thing about it is, you don't hear it from, dare I say it, you don't hear it from white people. You hear it from other black people. Because I'm dark-skinned, I'm supposed to be a hot mess. Am I supposed to be ugly? I'm not conceited, but I'm confident, and I do believe that I grew up with my daddy telling me that I'm beautiful, and he still tells me that.
Hi YouTubers, it's Mom's Princess. Today is Saturday, it's snowing outside, so I decided to make a video. The topic that I wanted to talk about today was dark-skinned women. As you can see, I'm dark-skinned and I love it. But the thing that seems to bother me is when I'm walking down the street, when I'm hanging out with my friends, and I come across somebody and they're like, oh my God, you're so beautiful to be dark-skinned. What does that mean? Does that mean that you're basically saying that all dark-skinned women are supposed to be hideous? All dark-skinned women are supposed to be ugly? Like, basically, is that what you're saying, that I'm just too beautiful to be dark-skinned? I should be light-skinned because I'm beautiful? That I don't understand, and I just think it's very ignorant for...
I used to be a cab driver, and there was a fare that I caught of a young, modern, low intellect person who did not know where they lived. At my expense, I drove said low intellect mug around, and I guess this must be his mother, because they believe that if they don't understand something, that marginalizes the thing that they don't understand.
say that out of their mouths. I guess they think it's just a compliment, but in my eyes, I don't see it as a compliment. I actually see it as an offense. Like, basically, you're offending me by what you just said. Like,
You have the right to remain silent. Do not talk to them. Do not, because whatever you say, whatever you look, whatever you do, and the only thing that you can do that makes them value you is to ignore them. Ignore them. Ignore them.
all dark-skinned women are supposed to be ugly, and as you can see, I'm not ugly. I'm very attractive, and I love my complexion. But It is what it is. I love my complexion, as you can see. My skin is very lovely. It's very smooth. And I love it. I don't understand why everybody wants to be light-skinned. Me, personally, I don't want to be light-skinned. I do not want to be light-skinned, and I love the way I am. I love my personality. I love my skin complexion. I love my face. I love my features. I love everything about me. And that's what I wanted to talk about today.
Whitney Houston. Whitney, you're a great star in America. In Germany, you're not so very well known. And you're a cousin of Dionne Warwick. Your mother was a great rhythm and blues star. Is it a handicap for you that your cousin is Dionne Warwick? Because the people say, oh, we will see if she is the same. Ich fragte sie, ob es ein Handicap für sie ist, dass Dionne Warwick ihre Cousine ist. Denn das ist ja eine bekannte Frau. Ob die Leute nun sagen, na, ist die genauso oder ist die nicht genauso, oder ob das ein Glücksfall ist.
I've been singing all my life, but, you know, my community, my family, everyone that's seen me sing knows that. The rest of the public thinks you're next, you know, a next beauty queen, and of course they think that you have no talent and you're a bozo, and you have to constantly prove over and over that, yes, I did get to where I am because of my talent, and I will have longevity because of it too.
Meet Vanessa Williams.
This is a business where the percentages for success for a new artist are pretty small. You think you're going to beat the odds?
I think so. I think so.
Why?
Well, I think it's because God gave me something really great, and He doesn't give it to everybody. And since I decided to spread it worldwide, I think that I'm going to beat it.
I also might add that as opposed to pizza. I also add, I really think that the great thing about you, besides your voice and how you look, is that you really, I like that.
I had an Italian girlfriend who loved Tony Danza. Tracy. Tracy and I are still friends on Facebook. Everybody has the ability to create their own reality. I'm going to freeze this right here, but because I'm going to revisit that. But be that person.
Like bouncing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. In other words, you wanted to bounce some more during this.
Be Mike Douglas. We're all going to leave something behind. What do you want to leave behind?
No more bouncing. Not enough.
This is a lovely ballad. Oh, God.
You'll like this.
You'll love this. You give good love.
My final guest tonight is one of the most beautiful women in the world. She's got just about the greatest voice you've ever heard. She's sold 30 million albums, ladies and gentlemen. We're delighted to welcome here Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston's record was the first album that...
They leave Bobby Brown out of this narrative. I hung out with Bobby Brown. I hung out with Bobby Brown's niece. She was a dispatcher at the cab company that I worked for. Be a cab driver. You know, they spend so much time trying to be somebody else. They counterfeit. There's so many counterfeits around. Not Whitney Houston, but the counterfeits of Whitney Houston. I met Brandy several times. By several, I mean two. At the Turner Field when she sang the she sang the national anthem, and then she came running through the 755 Club. Well, no one was chasing her except for her and her girls. They were chasing each other. I hung out with Bobby Brown. I know people who knew Whitney. I lived in Atlanta. This is not about me.
ever brought, and I remember being so excited and going home and listening to, oh, I want to dance with somebody, and like pretending like I was in the video.
Brandy's life was actually turning into a real Cinderella story. In fact, Whitney's been like a fairy godmother to Brandy ever since they met. Brandy had been a longtime fan of Whitney's, and it was the superstar who inspired her when she was just a little girl in Macomb, Mississippi.
The second time I met Brandy was on the it was on the Monique show. I definitely have pictures that I will secure on that day that she liked my outfit, and that day that I'm so glad that I didn't become one of her sacrifices. I don't make those kind of videos. Do your own research. But have you ever loved someone you give your whole heart to? You would do anything, baby. Have you ever loved someone? Look it up. That's why I love Brandy, and I got a chance to share that with her on that day. Time is becoming of the essence.
Singing in her father's church.
I told my dad that I wanted to do this for a living. I wanted to be like Whitney Houston.
She has often called me her mentor, which is flattering.
What's colorism?
I'll tell you what colorism is. We'll save that for another time.
The movie Straight Outta Compton comes out. I'm so excited. I'm from LA, so this movie is particularly close to my heart. I saw it in theaters 3 times. So as I'm perusing the internet, devouring everything I can about this movie, I come across the casting call. Now, this movie has already come out, and I'm no actress, so I wouldn't actually audition. But I just wondered, hypothetically, if I did, what role would I get? So I look at the casting call, and I'm going down the categories, and I start at the top, the A girls. The casting call reads, "These are the hottest of the hottest. Models. Must have real hair, no extensions." Well, since I have 20 inches of Brazilian hair extensions on my head, doesn't quite apply to me. But that's fine. I go to the next category, the B girls. The casting call reads, "These are fine girls. Long natural hair, must have light skin." Beyonce's the prototype here. Light skin, also not me. And might I add, not even Beyonce made the cut to be an A girl. But that's fine. I go to the next category, the C girls. The casting call reads, "These are African American girls, can't have extensions, must be medium to light skin toned." Now, maybe back when I lived in Boston in the middle of the winter, could I get away with being medium skin toned? But since I've come back to sunny California, where I spend all my free time baking in the sun, not so much. So I scroll all the way down to the last category, the D girls. The casting call reads, "These are African American girls, poor, not in good shape, must have a darker skin tone." A darker skin tone. Well, I guess that's me, a D girl. When I first read this, I felt betrayed. Any given year, there are just a handful of movies starring black actors and actresses. Just a handful of opportunities when people can see actresses that look like me on the big screen and see that we're fierce and beautiful and desirable. So I felt betrayed when even in these small circles where I'm allowed to feel beautiful, I'm so shoved aside for those with more favorable features. Light skin, light eyes, long, soft, real hair. But the more I thought about it, the more the feeling of betrayal slipped away for a more familiar feeling of, that's just the way it is. Because in my world, this phenomenon is all too familiar. Something just as sinister and subtle as racism. Colorism, the discrimination of those with a darker skin tone, typically amongst individuals within the same racial or ethnic group. The story of colorism in the U.S. begins with slavery. The mass rape of African slave females by white male slave masters gave birth to a cohort of mixed-race slave children. These mixed-race slaves were related to the slave masters and had more Anglo features, and were given preferential treatment and allowed to work inside the house, doing less strenuous work, as opposed to the darker-skinned slaves that had to work out in the fields, doing more laborious work. Even after slavery was abolished, whites still gave more preferential treatment to black that had more Anglo-type features, giving them better access to jobs, housing, and education. The thing is, though, even within the black community, black people use skin tone and facial features to discriminate against each other. They would only allow entrance into sororities, fraternities, or elite social clubs to blacks that were able to display Anglo-type features. They would go through a series of tests to see if you fit the bill. One well-known test was the brown paper bag test, where if you were lighter than brown paper bag, you're in. But if you're darker than brown paper bag, you're out. Another well-known test was the pencil test, where they would take a pencil and run it through your hair to make sure that it's straight enough that the pencil wouldn't get stuck. The last test was called the shadow test, where they would take a flashlight and shine it against your profile and look at the shadow that your profile made against the wall. And if it matched that of a typical white person's profile, you were fine. But if it didn't, you're out. Now, though these practices are no longer in effect today, the effects of them are still very much so present. I remember a common compliment I would often get in middle school and high school, often told me by other black males. It went to the effect of, "Oh, you're so pretty," for a dark-skinned girl. And it doesn't help that the media continues to place a premium on lighter skin by retouching and photoshopping the skin of actresses of color before.
At nauseum. We gotta look this shit up because we can close this out. We're gonna close it out on that. A feeling of sickness with inclination to vomit, loathing, revulsion, intended to induce a feeling of nostalgia. It only induces a feeling of at you know, it just makes me want to fucking vomit. You motherfuckers make me want to fucking throw the fuck up.
Them on the cover of magazines, as can be seen here, here,
I met Monique on her stage. And I've met so many people. I don't give a fuck about that. But she was nice to me. She's a very nice lady. Stay away from entertainment. Stop dancing for motherfuckers. Take out their trash. You can charge them for taking out their trash 365 days a week. Charge somebody to cook their dinner every night. You don't have to like be friends with them, but you can show them how good your talents are. Charge someone, or don't do it for free. I'll make your dinner for like a year, and then we'll talk about the next year. But people will forget about the way you look, about how educated you are, but they will never forget about the way you made them feel. And Monique made me feel good.